Everything that we'd made up to that point was just disappearing very quickly because we didn't have anything. While it seems like an overnight growth story, it's a decade of work before we even got to DFYNE. Decade of failure, benefits, text from your bank. You need to have a bit of a screw loose to do something like that. I mean, that is quite literally, it's 10 years of nothing. I feel like you don't realise what's actually happening. Everything just moves so quickly, you just have no time to take in anything whatsoever. I mean, half the stuff's still left here. Verity was here, Paige was here, Gemma was here, athlete management, Holly used to sit here, Hannah was there, then we had Mac, I'm pretty sure was over here. Toby, I believe, started to use this one, because I sat in the corner there. Megs was next to me. Jackie sat here, Aidan and Adam. James over here. Kian used to sit here. Customer care here. We had Scott, Demi, Amy sat there. Brooke. There was so few of us. That's actually mental if I even just think about going back now. Absolute madness. Crazy journey, but just this, don't realise the size of things until you kind of come back. Like so many people have been there, you know, you get this text at 3 o'clock from your bank, please put these funds in by 3 o'clock because you got overdrawn and you have no overdraft. Because at that point, what I used to have to do is I took all my credit cards, I tried to take out as many as I could, so I had like a £500 one, then a £300 one, and things like that. There was no way out at that point. And we'd been talking to British Business Bank about maybe getting a loan. I remember it must have been, I think it was the Thursday, because it was just before Ailey's birthday. And you know, when you just got to this point of like, fuck, I don't know what to do. I just thought, I'm going to check my bank, because it hasn't texted me. Like, maybe my phone isn't working. The money was there. Emailed the guy straight away and he was like, oh yeah, no, you got it on Monday? I just thought you knew you'd get the loan. So I was just going to talk to you when we chatted next week. And I just thought, one, brilliant, but two, like, fuck, if you knew. And that's when I was just like, you know what? It's just a completely new start. And because there was just enough. So I put £200 to the side or something like that. First thing I was like, right, life first. Make sure that's all instead. Because I've always wanted to ask Ailey to marry me. I found a ring, got that. Now let's rename the business. I just started writing up words, started getting to this point of going like, okay, why are we here today? Kind of went through that history, and first company it was other people who had they dictated what happened. So I started writing out these stories, and that's what happened in the first company, that's what happened the second time in the first company, that's what happened in the second company as well. Other people are dictating this outcome because they think that they know, and they might have known, but I want a place where people can look up, like they are in control of their lives, their careers, everything to the extent that we possibly can. And that's what you do if you're trying to make people feel incredible. Dictate came up quite a lot, and others were doing that. So I was like, kind of, what's the opposite of that? And then started going through, and then dictate was similar to like DFYNE. And I was like, because dictate sounds like dictatorship. I was like, that's not what we want. That's what happened to us. DFYNE just kept coming up, but spelt right, like defiant, define, all these things. I just thought, you know what? There isn't define.com spelt normally. Why don't I spell it FYNE? Because it's kind of like how like Scottish, look fine, things like that. And I just remember coming back home, and you know what? No matter what any guy says, women generally know best. So, sat down. I think that we should call the company DFYNE. And she asked me why. And I was like, well, everyone else up to that point has basically defined our outcome, the outcome of everybody who's been part of these previous businesses and failures before. That's not the place I want to build. I want to build a place where people can define their own journey, which incidentally ended up becoming one of the slogans. She just looked at me and just went, no, I think you should do it. And just straight away, I was like, yeah, you know what? Just women sometimes have an intuition. I don't mean that in a sexist way or anything. Lots of people do. I know certainly when it comes to Ailey, like when I ask things like that, she's just always right. Yeah, bought it, and yeah, pretty much went straight to it. Remade what is the logo you see today. Like never once did I feel like, oh, we should stop. Like I need to stop. I always felt I was going forward, but now we've got to a point when I look back, it is absolutely absurd to even think about where it is now, how we even got here. Like, yeah, it's just all about, as long as you put one foot forward, That's all that matters.